Blackpool, the Las Vegas of the UK. It's got arcades, rides, sticks of rock, and a big tower. But that's not what I was there for. I was there for a Star Trek convention. Hello there. If you couldn't already tell by the fact that I attended this convention, I love Star Trek. Growing up, my mum would have The Next Generation and the original series on BBC Two after school, and that for me is where it all began. From there, I was hooked. The event was held at the Norbreck Castle Hotel, an old school British seaside establishment that needs a fair bit of TLC but still has some charm. It's absolutely massive and pretty easy to get lost in. On arriving, I headed straight for the merch. I could have spent a fortune. It was a Star Trek fan's paradise. I collect figures from the 90s Playmates line, as well as having some of the Eaglemoss ships, and I had to restrain myself here as there was so much stuff. I spent quite a while looking around this area, umming and ahhing over whether I should get this figure or that ship. In the end, I didn't get either of those things, but I did pick up this cool Spock t-shirt and a mini Tribble. The first event of my day was a talk with Marina Sirtis, who played Councillor Troy in The Next Generation. She was genuinely hilarious and very different from the character of Troy. Honestly, she could do stand-up if she wanted to. After that, another talk, this time with Christina Chong from Strange New Worlds. She was a last-minute addition to the event's lineup, but a very welcome one of course, even bringing her dog Runa with her. Straight after that, I had my photo taken with Christina, as seen on your screen now. Although a very brief encounter, she was very happy and lovely with everyone, just a good vibe all round. To bookend my planned activities, it was Marina Sirtis again, signing my boxed figure of Troy. During her talk, she started to get onto the subject of football, being a massive Spurs fan, although she quickly kind of backtracked, saying that most people in there wouldn't really be into it, if anyone at all. That this wasn't really the room for talking about football in. So as she was signing my box figure, I casually dropped in that actually those two worlds can coexist and I'm a pretty big football fan. So we ended up having a short chat about football and nothing else, which was pretty cool. There were games consoles, everything from a SNES to an Xbox 360, all loaded with Star Trek games, of course. I had a quick play on this Enterprise game, but it was mid-game and I had no idea what the objective of the level was. Now, I can't talk about an event like this without talking about the costumes. Firstly, there was some on display that had actually been used in some of the shows and movies, old and new, such as these ones on your screen at the moment, as well as some costumes from other franchises. Secondly, there was all of us Trekkies. If you can't already tell, I came as Captain Pike from Strange New Worlds. There were so many amazing costumes on show. I won't go through every single different one that I saw because we'd be here all day, but the effort that everyone put in was incredible. It's so cool to see uniforms and characters from across the whole almost 60 years now of Star Trek, and some of the ideas people had were so awesome. Like this guy as Data from the TNG episode A Fistful of Datas. I need to up my costume game next time. The evening started with a cocktail making class, although I didn't have much as half of them had brandy in, which is not for me. Then, after a quick outfit change, a quiz. I got 16 out of 20, which is pretty good for a team of one. The quiz done, it was time to party. It was a bit empty to start, but it was still early doors. Things livened up and I met so many great people, talking about, obviously a bit of Star Trek, but anything and everything really. Just a really fun time and the kind of place that you know, going alone as I did, that you can just get talking to strangers and they become friends. A shout out to everyone that I met during the weekend and hopefully I'll see you next year. I couldn't finish this video without mentioning my mascot. This guy, Picard, who goes with me almost anywhere that I travel to. Here he is with myself and Charlie, who I knew from Instagram but actually got to meet in person. Picard has his own Instagram, called Picard Goes Places, as shown on your screen right now. I'd love it if you checked it out, and if you think that's lame, then you, my friend, are watching the wrong video. All in all, a fantastic weekend. I'm already booked for next year. I can't wait to see old friends and make new ones. That's all for today. Take care, live long and prosper, and I'll catch you next time.